I traveled to Porto Alegre on a Goldwing at the invitation of the iBest award, and I almost didn't make it.
Seriously, I had to fly back, I had surgery and everything. No, it's not clickbait or trolling.
I'm going to tell you my whole story and why I'm alive today. For the first time participating in the iBest award, the Motoplay channel was among the top 5 automotive channels in Brazil in 2024. From the list of the top 5, it's the only channel that's 100% about motorcycles. The rest are mostly about cars. So thank you so much to everyone who voted and helped me get into the top 5. And who knows, maybe in 2025, Motoplay will make it to the top 3. Since this year the award ceremony was in Rio Grande do Sul, I decided to go by motorcycle. So follow along with the journey to Porto Alegre. Anyone who rides a Goldwing is immediately enchanted by this truck-like windshield, right? Look, I'm going to lower it electronically here. You come here, look, see how the turbulence comes in. Then you raise it here. Wow, it really brings a lot more comfort to the trip. I'm on the ring road heading towards Redsbittencourt. Everything's going to work out on the trip. First leg, follow the journey. For now it's boring here on the ring road. This bike here isn't even targeted, thank God, with a big trail, and honestly, if I had to go back and choose again, I would pick this bike again for the trip I took. I could have asked for any motorcycle from any brand in Brazil, and my very first choice was the Goldwing. So thank you very much, Ms. Honda, for making the Goldwing available for me to make this trip to Porto Alegre with a lot of safety and comfort, because this girl is comfortable, let me tell you. Oh my God. The motorcycle is very stable, you don't even feel it. The front is super steady in the curves, super steady. Let's go. After a big breakfast, we're already getting ready to leave, and I use this satin cap so I don't mess up my hair and to keep warm, that's it. The plan is to have lunch in Curitiba, everything's going to work out, let's go. On the way, we found the Volt's electric vehicle, one electric bike stopped on the shoulder, and we pulled over to help.
Let's go, what's that? Is that usually what it is? Hi, so let's go, you.
It's still giving an error, okay?
It's giving an error. What does she think it is? A sensor or a coil? I tested it and put my hand here. It was warm, which means it was working fine, but it wasn't at the temperature where you can't keep your hand on it.
Since we couldn't fix it, the guy gave us a push with the intention of taking it to the next gas station. But then a car saw the whole situation and decided to stop to help. As a result, the motorcycle got a ride. I switched here and came to the passenger seat. I find every passenger seat to be very comfortable. If I could choose a motorcycle, I would definitely pick the Goldwing. That was also one of the reasons I chose it, because I knew I would have to ride as a passenger, right? So, it's what we call making rules for your own benefit, right? It's really comfortable. I can lean back here, rest my back, and support my arms here. So it's very comfortable. My legs are at a 90-degree angle, so that's nice. I'll ride as a passenger for a bit, then I'll take the handlebars again. A little further ahead, we found another motorcyclist on the shoulder, but this time it was a combustion motorcycle, but without any gas. And once again, there was a tow. After helping the rider, we stopped here, look, at the Graciosa gate. Now let's go down the mountain. After a little stop here, Mandinha took a refreshing nap. Now let's head to Porto Alegre. It's an amazing day, really hot here. I hope I don't catch any rain on the road. That's it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The city here is really beautiful. I want to come back when I have more time to enjoy it.
It could be a good stop for you if you're heading to Rio de Rastro, Porto Alegre, or the south. I thought it was really cute. I paid a little over $280 for the hotel. I didn't think it was that expensive, especially since it's high season here in the summer.
In traffic, the Goldwing ends up being a bit of a handful. There's no way around it. However, it's very gentle. So if you accelerate just a little like this and keep the throttle steady, it goes smoothly. There's no way around the size. It's a big sofa. It's like a truck. You won't be able to squeeze through lanes between cars. It's really going to be tough. But on the highway, it's very stable, and that's where its big size really makes sense. On the curves, it's really nice to ride.
This Goldwing has a dual-clutch transmission. It shifts gears for you. Now, if I want, it's in 7th gear. I can change it either through the riding mode.
Rain, sport, or tour, because it gets even more, let's say, responsive, right? Or I can shift gears myself. So, for example, I just shifted here. Let me downshift here to 5th gear. Look, I can rev it up in 5th gear and it won't shift. That's good for those who like to feel the bike in their hands. To shift gears, for example, see how it's revving up? It doesn't go out of 5th gear. So if I want to go up, I use the trigger with the shifter here on the left and go up. So you have these two ways to ride. Besides the automatic pilot cruise control, you basically just have this accelerate and brake setup, which is the dual clutch transmission. Or you can shift using the paddle, just like in sports cars, right? However, let's say I said, oh, the Goldwing shifted to 6th, but I wanted it to be in 5th. Now, for example, it went up to 7th. I can come here and downshift. Although it shifts automatically, I maintain control of the motorcycle. It won't do everything for me, even if that would be nice. Imagine saying, bike, take me to Porto Alegre. If only it could go by itself, but that's not possible. So there are times when you're tired, you even want it. There are times when you want to ride the bike, but we haven't reached that level of technology yet. But this dual clutch transmission is really cool. Your feet don't need to do anything, just the brake. The brake. The rear brake is on your right foot and the rest is here, where there would be a clutch lever. There's nothing there. So that's it. We're continuing here towards Porto Alegre, another 400 kilometers to go. It started raining here with about 200 kilometers left to Porto Alegre. I took the opportunity to put on my full rain gear and also put the camera away. So there won't be any footage of us arriving in Porto Alegre if it's still raining. But we're getting there. Oh my God. Let's go. Come on, everyone. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Look how fancy Amandinha's outfit is. Take a look here. Look at my sandals. This jumpsuit here is really pretty, but this blazer gives Amandinha a sophisticated, rich look. You wouldn't guess she's a motorcyclist who rode over 1,000 kilometers on a Goldwing to get to Porto Alegre. Now, let's head to the first iBest event and meet with the governor of Rio Grande do Sul. I've arrived, everyone. There are so many influencers I admire here. I just took a photo with Tiago Braga. He's standing right behind me, look.
The fanboys strike again, ladies and gentlemen. The whining is endless.
It's back here, look.
There are people here so important and cool that even Amanda and I get nervous. I'm embarrassed to talk to some of them because I'm such a big fan. I even choked up. That's all, folks. In a little while, there will be the official ceremony and I'll show you everything. Follow along and write down below what you think of Amandinha's look.
It's not every day you see Amandinha all dressed up.
On this Thursday night going into Friday, I got a lot worse. I had a fever, and the next day, on Friday, I spent the whole day in bed feeling weak. I was hungry, but I couldn't eat anything. And because I thought it was constipation, I bought a first aid kit. Then, I got ready to go to the iBest. I'm already late for iBest. Zero excitement, guys. Why? I didn't even put on lipstick. I didn't even tell you what was happening to me, but I'll sum it up. Last Friday, I had a virus. I went offline and returned the motorcycle to avoid getting sick. However, when I came back, I experienced vomiting and diarrhea, but it was mainly vomiting. Saturday, I was totally offline, and on Sunday, I started to recover. It's okay, I started eating again, thank God. No vomiting or anything, but since Friday, I couldn't go to the bathroom, and I'm someone who goes every day. I had my usual coffee, and then on Saturday and Sunday, I already thought something strange. On Monday, I noticed something odd. I went to get the motorcycle for the trip, and I wanted to mention this, though I'm not sure if I'll record it or include it in the YouTube video. Because sometimes it has nothing to do with it. Sometimes people are going to watch the Goldwing video about the trip about iBest, and I almost didn't even go. I said no, but I'm going. At least I'll take some pictures there. Such an important moment. It needs to be remembered in history. I'll go and come back quickly. I'll hurry back home, but how? I've always been transparent with you. I've always told you everything about my daily life, since the time of the MOC shutdown and everything else. So I wanted to share this with you. Because sometimes we see the glamour, the wealth, and we don't know how the person is really feeling. Whoever sees me like this, all cheerful and dancing, can't imagine that I was already feeling down. In fact, I left in the middle of the awards ceremony and went back to the hotel. And the winner in the automotive influencer category was Fernando from the Aero channel by popular vote, and by the Academy jury vote, it was Renan Fiorini. Congratulations to the winners. On Friday night, I bought the ticket, and the next day on Saturday, I went back to São Paulo. Guys, this trip was pure chaos, oh my God. So many things happened on the way there that I couldn't record, but it was really cool, the Goldwing and everything. Unfortunately, I had to come back by plane, right? So I left the ride with the guy and came to São Paulo by plane now because I'm still recovering, and this week there's still a launch. But I wanted to thank you for following my channel, the Motoplay channel. This year I'm in the top 10, right? In 2024, who knows? Maybe in 2025 I'll be in the top 3 at iBest. But I really, really appreciate everyone who voted for me, everyone who supports my work. Thank you all so much. A biker kiss for everyone. And to you who follow me on Instagram and rooted for me, thank you so much for the prayers and the positive vibes. That's what a vlog video is. We don't really know what's going to happen. We continue recording briefly for you all. Thanks so much to everyone who voted for Mandinha.
At IBEX, who knows, maybe in 2025 I'll be there again.
And thank you so much to you who follow my channel. If you want a video about the Goldwing, write it down here in the comments. Perhaps I'll do a full review for you. That's all for now. Until next time.
Okay.
But not really. The video isn't over, nor is the saga. The worst was yet to come. On the outside, I had that nice Instagram filter face, but on the inside, my appendix was already bursting.
I gathered my courage and went to the doctor in Mogi das Cruzes.
That was Saturday at 7 p.m., and I only left the hospital on Tuesday. So, guys, what I thought was constipation was actually grade 4 appendicitis, which means maximum risk. I had already been suffering with this for a week. I shared all the details on my Instagram, so I'll leave the link down here, Amanda Pagliari. Go there to follow everything, always in real time. There are many things I don't show here on YouTube that you can find out about over there. Many people may wonder how appendicitis, known for its severe pain, relates to this topic. That's how it was for a week. I suffered a lot at first. But besides the abdominal pain, I was vomiting a lot. I couldn't even keep water down. So that's why I thought it was food poisoning, and I didn't go to the doctor. And honestly, if I hadn't flown back, if I had come back by motorcycle, which would have gotten me there on Monday or Tuesday, I definitely would have arrived in really bad shape. So if I had come back by motorcycle, by Goldwing, Amandina wouldn't be here. Amandina wouldn't be here anymore. Would you guys miss the Motoplay channel? Would you miss Amandina? Tell the truth, okay? So if yes, go ahead and leave a like, at least a like, to show your support. God gave me another chance, right? So, and I also came back by plane. But if I hadn't gone to the doctor, because honestly, I didn't even want to. I had a fever. I just wanted to stay curled up in bed. But I decided to go to the doctor, and that's what happened, right? If not, I went on Saturday and had the surgery on Sunday. And if I had stayed at home, for sure there wouldn't be a Mandinha anymore on Monday. So, why did I take so long to go to the hospital? After all, I've always been a very strong person. I had to manage on my own, do things, so I had to tough it out. And many times I went to work on a regular job, sick, with cramps. So I'm someone who's more used to not complaining, right? No fuss, just go and do it, make it happen. But the surgery went well. Thank God I'm okay. I missed out on some launches, right? Like the shotgun Kawasaki H2 RZ 900 launches. And besides not being able to test the A8R on the track, okay? The A8R has a video on this channel. Check it out later. Amandinha already has a 15 centimeter scar on her belly. No, wait, let me get it. 15 centimeters. Look, guys, I have a ruler here. 15 centimeters is about this much. I have a 15 centimeter scar from my belly button down. But let's move on. Take care of your health. Don't do like I did and neglect your health. I nearly died, and you didn't even like the video. God is watching. Thank you to all who follow the Motoplay channel, and I appreciate your support. To be in the top 3 of iBest this year as soon as the voting starts. I'll share it with you as soon as possible, so leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you like more vlogs, I have to admit I don't. I wasn't going to upload this video, but if you like vlogs, leave your comment here and I'll make more for you. See you next time. Big kiss.